Hey everyone, Ryan here at Etrailer. Today we're going to be checking out the Curt Umbilical Cord for vehicles that are being flat towed. And this is also going to come with a 6-way round connector plug. So this kit would really be useful for those of you that are looking to either one, replace your existing cable here, maybe it got damaged or something along those lines, or your tow bar wiring kit simply just didn't come included with the 6-way round connector or the cable, because quite a few of them are out there. So that's where this would really be beneficial in situations like that. On one end of the cable, you're going to have your traditional 7-way round trailer type connector, which is extremely common on the back of these motorhomes. So that'll plug into there. And then on the other end of it, we're going to have a 6-way round type connector. Again, extremely common. This is probably the most popular type of setup that we see, at least here for flat towed vehicles. And that'll plug into the vehicle side. And again, you are going to get the connector plug with it, so you know everything will line up. It's going to be coiled too. So these will work in pretty much any situation, but you know, it does kind of depend on what type of tow bar you have. So in our case, we have the Demco Excalibur 3 tow bar, and it has a cable management system here, this little rod. And so that's where a coiled kit makes sense. You know, you can kind of run that up through there and utilize that cable management system. If your tow bar doesn't have a cable management, you know, it'll work too, because with this being coiled, it'll keep it up off the ground when you're going straight, but you know, be able to stretch out when you make those wide turns and everything like that. Now, there are some tow bars out there that have a different type of cable management system. They'll have channels that run along the sides of the tow bar arms, and although this kit would work just fine, you know, you wouldn't be able to actually run your cable through those channels though. So if you have something set up like that with those channels in your tow bar, I would probably opt for a straight cable setup where it's completely straight. That way you can utilize those channels and set everything up, you know, accordingly. And if you're looking for a straight cable setup, Roadmaster makes quite a few varieties there that should get you going. Just to compare this kit to some of the other ones, you know, there's some made by Roadmaster. I have this one on hand here. This is the one that we use around the shop, and you know, quite often holds up just fine. There's one that's made by Blue Ox, which is really similar to these. You know, there's not a ton of differences, and they're all going to work pretty much about the same. Something I did notice with the Curt though, it seems like the wiring, or the insulation if you will, is a little bit thicker, so you know, might hold up a little bit better, especially if it, you know, you forget to plug it in and it drags the ground or something. You might get lucky and it hold up a little bit better. I did notice that the end on the 7-way is a little more compact and sealed up pretty good. So if your 7-way is kind of in a weird spot, like ours is, you know, this might buy you a little bit more space. Just to check out the 6-way connector that it's going to come with, I happen to have another one on hand so we could, you know, have a better look at it. It seems well built. The terminals are brass in there, which is good. I think those have an advantage over some of the other metals, just for longevity. You get your dust cover that helps keep the backside protected, and I'm actually a big fan of the backside of it. Again, brass terminals are deep, so you can get a lot of wire in there and ensure a good connection, but they're labeled, which most of these connectors are, but these labels are really easy to read and really obvious on what's going to go where. All right, so makes the installation process a little bit easier, you know, at least to verify you know you got the right wire going to the right spot. And what you're going to be able to hook up back here, you have a ground wire, a tail light signal wire, your left turn, your right turn. You can put in a 12-volt charge line, battery charge line, and you'll have one more remaining terminal that usually isn't used, but in some circumstances, depending on, you know, the brand of your braking system or something like that, they might have you utilize the last remaining terminal. Other than that, at the end of the day, a nice kit. You know, everything seems well made. Curt's been around for a long time, and there's a reason for it. You know, and that's because they make good parts. But you know, this could be the potential missing link that you're looking for to kind of complete everything and be able to send those lighting functions from the back of your motorhome, connect it into the front of your vehicle, and get those signals sent all the way back to the taillights. But with that said, I think that'll about do it for our look at of the Curt 7 to 6-way round umbilical tow bar wiring kit.